Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So I'm going to just make a couple of announcements. The first announcement that I want to make is that I support Ben Jealous for governor here in Maryland. I just voted not too long ago, and I voted for Ben Jealous. And I just want to tell y'all why I support Ben Jealous. First of all, I've worked with him. I didn't work directly with him like on a daily basis, but I've worked with him. I've seen him in action, and I see that he is a proven leader. He's somebody that produces results. He's somebody that has a track record of success. So that's the first reason why I support him. The second reason why I support him is because he has a long-term and proven commitment to social justice. Like since he was in college, this man has been committed to social justice issues impacting the Black community. So for that reason, I support this brother wholeheartedly. The third reason why I support this brother is because he is a true progressive. He's progressive when it comes to education, when it comes to criminal justice, when it comes to a wide range of various issues. This brother is on point. And one thing that really stands out about his agenda is he supports Medicare for all. So for that reason, I support that brother. This brother is one of the most progressive people that is a proven track record. He's somebody that will produce results. One of the things that he did here in Maryland was he helped to abolish the death penalty in Maryland. Because of the lobbying efforts of him and the people that support him, this brother was able to help end the death penalty here in Maryland. And we know the history of the death penalty. Despite our positions on, whether or not the death penalty should be implemented, we know that the death penalty is implemented in a discriminatory fashion in terms of who gets the death penalty for what types of crimes. So that's a very important thing. So I support the brother Ben Jealous. And I want to shout out O'Shea. Shout out to O'Shea. He just gave me a donation to the channel. What's good? Thanks for tuning in. So this is just a brief announcement. I wanted to let people know that I support Ben Jealous for governor. I wanted to also remind you to get out there and vote. See, today I voted early. As you all know, the election is this coming next Tuesday, not tomorrow, but next Tuesday, November 6th. So you all get out there and vote. If you can vote early, go ahead and do that now so you won't have to face lines on election day. The states, in different states, they have different rules. In Maryland, early voting started last week, and I cast my vote today, to save time on election day. And I'm going to be doing a lot of work on election day, so I couldn't wait around to the actual election day, and I voted early. And I encourage our people to go out and vote early, because if there are any problems, you can catch them ahead of time instead of waiting to election day to face particular problems. So again, get out there and vote, because our votes matter. You can't get on here complaining about failing schools and complaining about police brutality and complaining about Medicare and racism in society if you're not trying to make your voice heard by getting out here and voting. Now, so that's the first part of this brief little hangout. The second thing that I wanted to say is this: shout out to Sister, shout out to my man Psycho. He said I'm looking sharp. Yeah, well, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. I'm just coming home from work. Later on tonight, I'm going to do a hangout. And that's part of the reason why I got on here, to let you all know that on my I Declare War channel, I'm going to do a hangout at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will not be in a suit. I'm going to be casual as usual. So y'all look out for that. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be responding to all those haters that commented on my video about those Trump supporters. You had these young Black buffoons have a so-called youth Black leadership summit, where you had all these Donald Trump supporters, having a summit, talking about how much they support Donald Trump and how much they're behind Make America Great Again. So I did a video talking about that ridiculous summit, that ridiculous spectacle, that circus. And when I did that video, it received, you know, a good number of views for this channel. But I received a lot of hate comments, you know, a lot of thumbs downs, because I think what happened was one of these Republicans probably posted my video on some site or circulated it among their friends. So you got all these haters, all these crabs, all these Republican conservatives and right-wing people and straight up coons and buffoons dumbing down my video and leaving a whole bunch of negative comments. So what I'm going to do is, on my I Declare War channel, I'm going to go through the comment section and respond to these people. And I'm going to try to refrain from just calling these people coons and just going ham on them, and just deal with the substance of what they're saying. Because that's the go-to thing that these people do. They want to focus on the terminology that you use instead of the substance of the other arguments that you make. None of these people address the arguments that I made about how Donald Trump's agenda is detrimental to Black people. Not a one of those people that left comments addressed that. And I'm going to get into it. So I'm going to respond to these people with substance. I'm not going to respond to them with name calling, etc. You know, so it's not going to be a thing where I'm going off calling them coons and symbols and all that stuff. I'm just going to deal with the substance. Also, I'm going to deal with Kanye West. And he has some idea that he put out here on Twitter called Blacksit or whatever, you know, taking on the term of Brexit or whatever, where they decided in Britain to leave the European Union. And basically he's saying that, you know, Blacks need to leave the Democratic Party and join the Republican Party. So I'm going to respond to that. I'm going to go through that step by step, and I'm going to respond to all these sunken place Negroes and, you know, white reactionaries that left those comments to my video. I have to respond to these people. And, you know, they're not going to be able to say, oh, you're just using ad hominem attacks. Oh, you're just calling us coons and you're not dealing with anything. No, I'm going to go through their comments and talk about the substance. And these people won't even be able to touch that with a 10-foot pole. They don't deal in substance. They deal in distraction and deflection. They'd rather have you focused on the terminology used instead of the substance. So I plan to go in on these people, go in on them with logic, with common sense, with hardcore arguments. So y'all can look out for that, man. You know, because I'm just sickened by these people, man. You know, I don't care about these thumbs downs or anything like that. But when people troll you and they try to make it seem like you don't have, your arguments have no merit without even presenting any kind of real arguments, these people just leave conclusory statements in the comment section. So I'm going in on these people. You know, I'm not one of these people that's all sensitive and butthurt. You know, these people that are like so sensitive that they turn off their thumbs ups and thumbs down. I don't care. I mean, if somebody looks at that video and they're objective, they will know that the video is being trolled. So the thumbs ups and thumbs down mean nothing. So y'all look out for that. That's going to be tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, shout out to O'Shea for making a donation and for checking out the channel. You know, we don't agree on a lot, but at least, you know, he's evolved to the point where he can have civil dialogue with anyone, with people of different political persuasions. And he has people on his program, you know, with different ideologies and stuff like that. So for that, I respect the brother. And, you know, I want to get back on one of your rumbles, get into the politics, man. I'll be on there. If you talk about the politics, man, I'll be on there. I'll debate any of these people anytime, any day of the week or whatever, you know, especially after this election. After the election is over, I'm going to have more free time. The following week, I'm going to be on vacation. So I'm going to have time on my hands. And yes, you know, I want to debate, several people like Cynthia G. I'll debate Boyce Watkins and all these other people that want to tell you and me that our vote doesn't matter. You know, they want to downplay the importance of voting. So yeah, I want to respond to those people. I want to respond to these right-wing conservatives, you know, these people that wear these Make America Great Again hats. Bring any of them on. Like, I want to go one-on-one with these people. I know they're too scared to come on this channel, so we can go into a quote unquote safe space for these people. I'll debate them anywhere. I eat them up. And I want to have like a one-on-one debate with some of these people. So if other people want to set that up, do it. Like I want to have a one-on-one thorough discussion with some of these people. So yeah, I'm not going to keep y'all all night for this one. You know, this is just a quick little video. Just sharing, you know, my views and also letting you all know about this upcoming video where I'm responding to these Black Republicans and Kanye West. So y'all look out for that. Also, again, I just want to reiterate my support for Ben Jealous for governor of Maryland. And I also, like, even though I'm not in Florida and I'm not in Georgia, if I was in those states, I would support, you know, Stacey Abrams. I would support Andrew Gillum. And I'm going to talk about Andrew Gillum in that live stream tonight and some racist comments that Donald Trump made about him on Twitter. And I want to ask these buffoons running around with these red dunce caps on, I want to ask them, how can you support a man that constantly makes racist statements? I mean, what the hell is wrong with you people, man? I mean, you people live in the sunken zone, sunken place, and it's time for you to get out. So yeah, so y'all got to tune into that video, man. You know, that live stream again, that's at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before I close out, I want to shout out the people in the chat room, even my haters, man. I want to shout y'all out. I want to shout out those Republicans that came to my video with their hateful comments. They came to my video to thumb it down. Even though your intention was hate, all you did was help me get more views and generate more revenue for my video. So I appreciate the haters. You know, you haters are nothing but my motivators, like Nicki Minaj says. All right, so let me see what people are saying. So somebody asked what has Ben going to do for Maryland. You know, this must be one of these Republicans. I mean, they must have, like, when they saw my video, they probably was like, let me subscribe to this guy so I can troll him. But he said, what is Ben going to do for Maryland? You know, I already told you about, you know, Medicare for all, you know, providing Medicare for all people. All people should be entitled to health care. Health care should not be a privilege. Every person, regardless of their income or their place of employment, should have free, quality health care. And that's one of the issues that brother is pushing for, and I support him 100%. In Europe, they have free health care for all their citizens. Even in places, you know, in places that are so-called third world, they have Medicare for all, I mean, you know, medical care for all their people. In Cuba, they have free medical care. You mean that Cuba can provide medical care for all of its citizens and the United States can't? That doesn't even make any kind of sense. You know, places like Saudi Arabia have medical care for all their people. So it's time for the United States to join the 21st century and get rid of that for-profit model when it comes to healthcare. Healthcare should be about actual healthcare instead of enriching these insurance companies. So I support the brother Ben Jealous, man. You know, I've seen him in action. I've seen the difference that he's made in his positions that he's had. So I support him. You know, I support his position on, you know, criminal justice matters like decriminalizing marijuana use, you know, which is one of the things, you know, this whole war on drugs is what has fed this problem of mass incarceration. And one way to deal with that is to decriminalize marijuana, for instance. You know, that will not only free up, you know, prison space and, you know, free people from getting incarcerated for some minor issue. It will also fund schools. It will fund education for people. The revenue generated by taxing marijuana could generate a lot of revenue for the state of Maryland. So I support this brother, man. And when I get a chance, I'll post a link to his, to his website so that people can get more information, more thorough information about the brother's position on the issues. But lastly, I just want to say, get out there and vote. If you're not registered to vote, register to, you can register as soon as possible. Some of the deadlines may already be passed. I'm sure a lot of the deadlines are already passed, but still register. If you're not registered for this election, register now so you'll be prepared to vote in 2020. So let's see what's up. Shout out to Sister. Yeah, just ignore that person, Ebony Knowledge, man. I don't know if they're just trolling or what. But yeah, Ebony Knowledge, if you got so much to say, just come over to my I Declare War channel tonight at 11 p.m. And believe me, you're going to have plenty of things to be complaining about because I'm going in on these Republicans, these black Republicans and their white slave masters. I'm going in on these people, man. They got the nerve to be talking about black people need to get off the Democratic Plantation. And there's no bigger plantation than that Republican Party over there, where you got house slaves like Ben Carson and Stacey Dash and that fraud Candace Owens tap dancing and putting on a coon show for the master. So yeah, I can't wait to go into these on these people, man. And believe me, I'm going to leave all this rhetoric right now that I'm going in on right now. I'm going to leave that behind again and just deal with substance. So Hollow Ninja said, can you make a video on the why right-wing terrorism is not taken seriously in this country? Yeah, I've done a couple of videos about these white supremacists that are, engaging in acts of terrorism. I've done like 3 videos recently about that. And I may focus on that particular issue, but we know the answer to that. You have a president that is a white nationalist in the White House right now. A president that gave a pass to those white supremacists in Charlottesville. A president that is openly pandering to these people by referring to himself as a nationalist. This is a man that fuels the fire of hate in this country. This is a man who took away funding that was used to investigate these hate groups, these white supremacist hate groups. And now we see this violence occurring. We see a man mailing pipe bombs. We see a man that went into a Kroger's and shot and killed 2 black people. And then we had this racist, this anti-Semite go into a synagogue and kill 11 people. All on Donald Trump's watch. But to him, fighting white supremacists is not a priority because he is a white supremacist. Because he is a white supremacist. And I just can't understand why those buffoons, those Negroes running around with those Make America Great Again hats, support this man. And I challenge any of these people to a debate. I challenge them. I'll debate these people live. I may even open up my lines and, send the link so I can debate these people live on my I Declare War channel. Yeah, I feel you, Psycho. I like dislike sometimes too, man, because that tells me that I'm keeping it so real that the haters have to respond. The haters have to respond, man. You're speaking truth a lot of times when you have so much opposition. And when those right-wing people oppose what I'm saying, that means that I'm saying something that's true. When those tap dancing, bootlicking sellouts have something to say about what I'm saying, they thumbs it down and all that kind of stuff. They got so much, animosity towards my statements. That means I'm in the right direction. That means I'm saying the actual truth. That's nothing but encouragement for me. That's all it is, man. Man. Yeah, so a dislike is nothing, man. Believe me. Yeah, and it's like when you're hitting the truth, man, it's like you throwing rocks and it's hitting them so hard they gotta scream. You feel me? So yeah, man. So I welcome these people to come on over here. All right, so let's see what people are saying before I close out. I hear Psycho said I'm taking his language about decriminalizing weed. Yeah, oh, you said I'm talking your language. Sorry, you said I'm talking your language about decriminalizing weed. Yeah, man, I don't think it should be a crime to possess or use marijuana. I don't use marijuana, and I don't condone the use of it. It's to each his own, but that's not something I condone, but I certainly don't think it should be a crime. I mean, there are many things that I don't condone, but a lot of those things that I don't condone are still legal in this country. And I don't think that people should be trying to legislate their personal morality. I think that people need to be their own moral police instead of having the state be your moral police. That's just how I feel. You should be in control of yourself instead of like having the state tell you what you can and cannot do, especially something like that. Something that doesn't harm anybody. In the big scheme of things. All right, so let's see. Yeah, it's like they talk all that leave the Democratic plantation to run over to another plantation, man. These people are lost, man. But yeah, I'm just ignoring. I mean, people trip me out when they say they're unsubbing, man. Like I care, man. You feel me? I don't lose any sleep over somebody unsubbing from my channel, especially somebody that's like opposes everything I stand for. I'm not thirsty for subs. I want subs, don't get me wrong. And one of my goals is to reach 10,000 subs before the end of the year, preferably before the end of November. And I want y'all to help me do that. But I'm not losing sleep because somebody is saying they're unsubbing from my channel. I'm not changing my message because somebody threatens to unsub from my channel. I'm going to speak the truth whether people like it or not. But yeah, I don't want to keep y'all too late. I gotta go get something to eat, and I'll be back up here at 11 p.m. and I got some work I got to do. So y'all tune in then. I look forward to that live stream. And again, please vote because your votes matter.